Are you constantly losing money because your videos have been demonetized on YouTube? I've had videos that are being 3 or 4 years old with tens of thousands of views that suddenly received a copyright claim or a claim for reused content, copyright strike, so many different things that cause your videos to be demonetized. In this video, I'm going to be talking about what demonetization means, some of the reasons that your videos will get demonetized, how it also affects your channel, and how to find those videos on YouTube have been demonetized or restricted, some ways to avoid demonetization, and also some monetization alternatives. My name is Herman Drost, and my channel is all about how to grow your audience on YouTube so you can generate traffic, leads, and sales and make more money. And if you get demonetized, then videos that get a lot of traffic won't make as much money as if they were able to be monetized. Ideally, you want to increase your ad revenue. Ad revenue does fluctuate throughout the year. So Christmas time, you'll get the most revenue. January, February, you'll get the least amount of ad revenue. But other things also cause you to lose revenue from your account. So you work really hard. You put hundreds or even thousands of hours a year into making YouTube videos. Therefore, you want to get the maximum amount of ad revenue from your channel. The meaning of YouTube demonetization, basically it means that YouTube reduces your ability to earn advertising income. So when, say you have a really good video that's generating a lot of views, and you can put an ad in front of that people can skip on or watch the ad, but you get 55% of the ad revenue, YouTube gets 45%. So if you have hundreds of videos on your channel, millions of views, you can make a substantial amount of income. And last week we talked about some of the big YouTubers that are making millions of dollars from their channels, like Ryan Cutchy, Mr. Beast, Mark Plier. They're making millions of dollars. So probably you're not making millions, but you'd like to generate more revenue. So we want to talk about how to avoid YouTube demonetization so that you can keep more of your money. Here are some reasons for demonetization. So if you're not familiar with the YouTube community guidelines, I suggest you check them out. But it's very easy to violate them. And even when you feel like you haven't violated them, but YouTube says that your video contains harmful or dangerous content, and sometimes it's very vague, because I've had videos that have been demonetized for harmful and dangerous content, and all it was just a tutorial. Like I have one video on my channel that talks about how to use the video manager, and that video got demonetized. So there was no harmful or dangerous content, and YouTube didn't elaborate on what exactly was harmful or dangerous. So if you spam other people's channels, you participate in deceptive practices, you participate in scams, your content contains nudity or sexual content, child safety content, harmful and dangerous content, hate speech, violent speech, harassment, cyberbullying. These are all examples of violating community guidelines. And as I said before, it's not always obvious why YouTube limited the revenue from your particular video. Now, another thing that can happen is that you get a copyright claim. So this could be for music, images, and videos. Usually it's for music. Like I had a video that had like 50 or 60,000 views after 4 or 5 years. And suddenly I got a copyright claim saying that 2 seconds of my music was copyright protected. And that was after 5 years. And as a result of that, the video was demonetized. Now I could swap the audio. I could remove that audio, I think, which I did. And then as a result of removing that piece, I could get that video monetized again. But copyright claims are very frequent, and so it's you shouldn't use other people's music, other people's images, other people's videos, unless it's under fair use, which is a little bit tricky sometimes. You might do commentary on somebody's video, they recognize it, and then submit a copyright takedown claim or content ID claim, and you can have your video removed or even receive a copyright strike. And if you try to dispute it, you would have to go to court for it. Another reason for demonetization is reuse content. So say, for instance, you used royalty-free content or Creative Commons videos, without adding some commentary, without adding something unique, you could get flagged or be demonetized for reuse content. So it's not recommended to do that. You also could get a strike for violating community guidelines, violating copyright. If you get 3 strikes, then your channel will be terminated. You make no more money. You lose all the revenue that you could make from your account. And then a few months ago, YouTube came out with the new rule, made for kids, not made for kids. So you have to designate if your content is made for kids or not made for kids. And if it's made for kids, then you can't put, YouTube won't allow personalized ads on your videos, which means that you receive less revenue. You'll still get some revenue, but you won't receive as much revenue as if you got personalized ads. And most videos that have ads on them receive personalized ads. So the ads that you see on the videos are usually based upon your browsing behavior. So if you've enabled cookies on your channel or on your YouTube channel, then you'll be served those personalized ads. And but if your content is made for kids, you can't do that, and that reduces your revenue. Productive skills saying, what about royalty-free thumbnails? That should be okay because it's royalty-free. I wouldn't use the same thumbnail for every single video, but that should be okay. Here's some icons. We got limited or no ads, and fully monetized is the green symbol, which you'll see next to all your videos if they're monetized. And then you got the slash symbol, which means no monetization, probably because you have monetization turned off. Here's some more icons. So if you have the green symbol, which next to it is on, that means that you're getting the full revenue from the video. If the description says exceptions, then this video is only eligible for non-personalized ads that are, if it's the audience is set as made for kids. So if your channel set as made for kids, you're not going to get those personalized ads. So there's going to be exceptions there. the green dollar symbol with sharing next to it. So you turn on monetization for a cover video. So if you're doing music, have a music channel, you have a cover video or song, but the music publisher claimed that music. So the music publisher may have agreed previously to shared revenue with the creator, but maybe they stopped sharing that revenue, don't want to share the revenue anymore. So that could affect your monetization status. But sharing means that you're sharing the revenue with the music publisher as well as yourself. Then if it says copyright claim, then you'll get some but not all of the revenue from the video. Then we got the green symbol with escrow next to it. So you turn on monetization. The ad revenue is being held separately during the content ID dispute process. And once the dispute has been resolved, then YouTube will pay it out to the appropriate party. So those are all the green symbols. And then you also got the limited, and this means that you turn on monetization, but it doesn't meet all the your content doesn't meet all the advertiser-friendly guidelines, and so you just have a limited ads displayed on your video. So you're not going to get the full amount of revenue that you would if you just had the green symbol. You also could have no ads on there at all. And then you got the red dollar symbol with the line through it means that you're ineligible for monetization. So you turned on monetization, but there's a copyright claim in the video, so it can't be monetized until the claim has been resolved. So when a music publisher submits a copyright claim or even a takedown notice, you have to take down the video or remove the copyright claim. And you can do that in the YouTube editor. You can cut out that piece of music, though if it runs all the way through your video, you might want to mute it or remove it altogether. Or if it just occupies a certain part of the content, you could go into YouTube editor and then you could remove that segment. And then you got the grayed out dollar symbol, which means off, and that means that you don't have monetization enabled for that particular video. So that's all the different monetization icons that you might see on your videos. Here's some examples from my own channel of videos that got demonetized. So this first video, how to download videos from YouTube, I don't know why, but it's got the yellow, I think it's yellow limited symbol, which means only some ads are available to run on that video. Usually it's, I think, for YouTube Premium people. And the second one also. And then this was really baffling to me, but I did a video on where the heck has the YouTube Video Manager gone? So, when the YouTube Manager changed, and I think they changed it to the Content tab, then I said, where the heck's the YouTube Manager gone? And then I got a email from YouTube that I violated their YouTube community guidelines. I think it was harmful or dangerous content. So to this day, I still don't know why I received that notice, but I appealed and the appeal failed. So you can only appeal once, and then that decision is final. Apparently, when you appeal, it's reviewed by real human beings, but the real human beings didn't remove that ineligible claim of monetization. So as a result, that video today still remains ineligible for full monetization. And then I also got a copyright claim on the video how to change YouTube video to MP3 video audio. That video also got removed. So both of those videos got removed, and I still don't know. Sometimes YouTube is just not really clear about what happened with your video. But, you just got to play by the rules. How do you check for demonetized videos? So you just go into YouTube Studio, click on the Content tab, which used to be the Video Manager, and then you go to your filter option. And then in your filter option, you'll see copyright claims, description, you'll see made for kids, monetization, title, views, visibility. So if you click on copyright claims, you'll see all, I've got like 1,000 videos on my channel, and immediately you'll be able to filter the videos on your channel to see which have received copyright claims, and then you can remove that segment. You can, if it contains music that is copyright claims by the music publisher, you can remove it, you can mute it, you can remove the video, etc. Or you can share the revenue with the music publisher. If you click on monetization, that'll show you all the videos that are not monetized and those that have limited monetization, as I showed you earlier. And so you can check this column here. If you have all the green symbols next to your videos, that means you're getting the full amount of revenue. As I showed you the previous symbol, if you have a cross through the strike through the monetization symbol, then you're going to get limited revenue, limited ads on your videos. So you can do the filter option here, select all the videos that are monetized, see all the videos that are not monetized, see all the videos that are generating limited revenue. And a new rule that YouTube came out with a few months ago is that now they're going to show ads on non-monetized channels, even if you're not a member of the YouTube Partner Program. So if you haven't fulfilled the requirement of 4,000 watch hours, 1,000 subscribers in the past 12 months, and you're not a member of the YouTube Partner Program, they can still serve ads on your non-monetized videos. You're not going to get any revenue from that, but they are going to generate revenue. So that's a new rule. Therefore, it's a great motivating factor to want to quickly get monetized as fast as possible. So I've put a link in the description on how to quickly and easily get 4,000 watch hours. So check that out. Oh, here's some of the new monetization rules. So YouTube calls the new rule the YouTube's right to monetize. So it's now serving ads on channels that are not in the YouTube Partner Program. There won't be any revenue share, but you as the creator can still apply for the YouTube Partner Program once you fulfill the eligibility requirements. And so usually when you've fulfilled the requirements for 4,000 watch hours, 1,000 subscribers in the past 12 months, you can apply for monetization or apply to become a member of the YouTube Partner Program, and they'll do a human review of your channel, and then you'll either have your channel enabled, or you could get rejected. And if you get rejected, you can only reapply. I think it takes like 1 month. You can reapply. Another rule is that YouTube is, well, they call it now royalty payments. So it's just another term that they're sharing this ad revenue. They call it royalty payments. I think that's because different countries have different rules, and also you're liable for tax payments. So if you receive payments from YouTube through any other agreement between yourself and YouTube, then all the payments we treat as royalties starting June 1st, 2021. And then YouTube will withhold taxes from payments as required by law. So if you are if your content is made for a US audience and you're receiving revenue from US viewers, then you're liable to pay tax on those earnings. And if your country doesn't have a tax treaty with the US, then you could lose like 35, 40, 50% of your ad revenue, and you're definitely not going to make as much as if your country has a tax treaty. So that would really suck because, if you're making thousands of dollars a year from ad revenue, and now you have to pay that tax for your content being exposed to US viewers, then you basically have to look for other ways to monetize your channel or make money from your channel, which I'll talk about later. So that's going to start. I got June 1st, 2021, and then I got July 20. So anyway, this year it's going to happen. How to check for ad suitability during upload. So YouTube has a new system now called checks. When you upload a video, then YouTube will run a series of checks to check for copyright claims and ad suitability. So up at this first image here, it shows checks, and then visibility will be the next one. And while you're running checks, then it says it searches for copyrighted content that would result in a content ID claim. So if you get a content ID claim, then you won't be able to monetize that video. It'll also look to see if your video follows all the community guidelines, and if it violates the community guidelines, then it could result in demonetization, or it could even result in a community guideline strike, or if you violated a copyright, you could get a copyright strike. So either of those, a copyright strike, community guideline strike, is bad news, because I got a community guideline strike once, and for one whole week I couldn't upload any videos. I couldn't go live. So if you get 3 strikes, then your channel's terminated. So imagine if you get 3 strikes in 1 week, then your channel's gone. So these checks, that's why it's good to, when you upload your videos, to upload them as unlisted while YouTube's going through all those checks. So the checks help you to learn about potential restrictions to monetization. So then you can go back and remove that that music or that audio that violated YouTube's policies. So does your content violate YouTube's community guidelines? So YouTube is going to check your video content. It's going to check your title. It's going to check any keywords that contain any of the following. This would include thumbnails too. So inappropriate language. So are you swearing in the video? Any adult content, pornography, violent content, shocking content, harmful or dangerous content, and recreational drug content. So even if you're Thumbnail, contains some I think, if you have this is kind of crazy, but you might have a toy gun pointing at something, then you might have it removed. And you can run your thumbnail through I think it's called Vision AI, and then it will, I think TubeBuddy has that. Then it'll notify you if it's contains dangerous content or harmful content, etc. So while you're in the upload process, then these checks, you can do a self-certification of your content. And so you're running through these checks, and then you can, at the end of this, you can just say, no, my content doesn't contain any of these, and then you just submit that content. What if you get claimed content? So you could have violated. You could have music or audio that violates community guidelines, or the publisher. You could have an image. You could have music. You could have content, etc. So what you can do, you can trim out the segment using YouTube's video editor. So you can trim out the beginning of your video, you can trim out the middle of your video, you can trim out the end of your video, or you can trim out multiple sections in your video using the YouTube editor. So that's a great thing. You could also replace the song with the YouTube editor. So perhaps that song has a copyright claim on it, and then you got a copyright claim. Then you can select music from YouTube's audio library and replace that song, or you could mute it, or you could just remove the song altogether. Oh, thanks, Harley. Have a great weekend. Good to see you. Another thing is that, if you feel that the music was, maybe you had a music claim and you got it from Video Blocks, or you got it from Epidemic Sound, you got it from the YouTube audio library, and therefore it's royalty-free music, and you got a claim on it, then you could dispute it. So if you get that dispute resolved and it's in your favor, then YouTube will pay out the revenue to the party that wins the dispute. So checks are not going to prevent copyright strikes. So it's not, if you get a copyright strike or a community guideline strike, it'll show up in your YouTube studio at the top, and it'll be a clear notice at the top saying strike. So you'll see copyright strike or community guideline strike 1. Now, if you're a YouTube partner, then you will first get a warning on your first strike. So that warning will remain on your channel forever. And then the second time you get a copyright strike or a community guideline strike, then there will be a strike on your channel. And if you get that, you won't be able to upload a video for a week, won't be able to go live for a week, etc. So basically your channel is kind of stuck for a week. So that really sucks. What you can do, you can dispute it. You can appeal. So if you got one of your videos demonetized, there is an opportunity for you to request a human review. So at the top here, I don't know if you can see that image, but this particular video that shows here, I appealed the demonetization, and then it got a human review, but then the human review came back that only some ads could be displayed on the video. So basically got demonetized. So I cannot earn the full revenue of the video. So when you request a human review, the video gets looked at by an expert who spends time watching the video, reviews the content, the title, the metadata, and checks it against the advertiser-friendly guidelines. And then your icon may change depending if you won the review or you lost the review. So you'll know when a final decision has been made when you get an email from YouTube. How long does the review process take? Only takes a short time, about 1 hour. Sometimes takes a bit longer, but generally it's pretty quick. And then what if your video gets rejected for monetization? Like in this image here, you might have a copyright claim. So if your application was rejected, it means that human reviewers believe that a large or significant portion of your channel does not meet its policies and guidelines. And then you can reapply within 30 days after you get that rejection email. So if you get that rejection email, you might want to make changes to the video or to the channel before you reapply, and then you can hopefully get monetized and get channel and video enabled for monetization. How can you avoid getting your videos or your channel demonetized? Well, you can, for your videos, you can double check your content before you upload the video. So you're going to check the title, check the description, check the thumbnail, check the tags. Make sure you're familiar with the YouTube community guidelines, that your content doesn't violate any of the YouTube community guidelines, YouTube's policies. You want to avoid controversial topics. So YouTube recently has been very sensitive, particularly during the political campaign. So you don't want to talk about politics. You don't want to swear in your videos unless you want to reduce the amount of ads being displayed on your videos. You don't want to show any violence. So all those things, you want to avoid. And then if you feel that your video didn't violate any of YouTube's policies, then you can request a manual review and hopefully get your video fully monetized. What are some alternatives to making money on YouTube besides generating revenue from AdSense ads? So you can promote affiliate programs, which means that you earn 40% commission, 50% commission by promoting a software, a product that's related to your niche. And the best way to do this is to do a review, like I'm a affiliate for TubeBuddy, so I'll promote TubeBuddy, talk about TubeBuddy, because I naturally use the software, so it's easy to talk about it, and I'll get a commission if somebody signs up for TubeBuddy and uses one of the paid options. So I highly recommend that. So if you don't have TubeBuddy, it's my secret weapon for keyword research, for split testing, 2 different thumbnail ads, and you can use the promo code Herman's Buddy at checkout to get 20% off. So I highly recommend that. Other affiliate programs, just all you have to do is put a keyword into the YouTube search box or Google search box, and then put plus affiliate program. So say, for instance, it was, say camping, for instance. You put camping plus affiliate program, then you find all the affiliate programs for camping. Another alternative to making money on YouTube besides monetization would be, if you're not a member of the YouTube Partner Program, you can do brand deals and sponsorships. So So if you are talking about particular software, say for instance, I use Ecamm. I also talk about using Capwing, for instance, to edit your videos, make slideshows, etc. So I might, approach them to do a brand deal. Recently, I did a brand deal with InVideo, which is a software company that allows you to make videos from text. They have templates in there, etc. So I got paid a few $100s for doing, talking about their particular software. So you can do the same even if you're a small channel. And a third way that you could make money from a YouTube channel without monetizing your channel is creating and promoting your own products. So it could be an ebook, it could be some branded merch. You could do coaching. You could have a membership course. Alternatively, you can do it more indirectly by building an email list. Then on your email list, which you own, you could send people from your YouTube channel or from your videos to your email by offering a free download of some software or video course, etc., in exchange for the contact information, and build up your email list. Then you could promote and recommend products and services to that particular email list. And that could be affiliate products, it could be your own product, etc. So everybody's an expert at something. So you could therefore create a product, offer a service to your particular subscribers and viewers. And I highly recommend not using YouTube as your sole source of income. So if you're relying on AdSense ads as the sole source of income, then what if YouTube removes that ability to make money from AdSense ads? Then you'd lose all that revenue. You could lose thousands of dollars. As I mentioned earlier, it fluctuates throughout the year. So you could make less money in January or February. Say you had a kids channel that you got thousands of dollars from ad revenue, and suddenly, like YouTube did a few months ago, limited the amount, the type of ads on kids content. And so channels that were just focused on kids that made thousands of millions of dollars suddenly lost all their revenue because they couldn't allow personalized ads on their videos. So YouTube can change the rules anytime, any day, any year, and you just have to follow the rules. So if you are dependent on YouTube as your sole source of income, I highly recommend diversifying your income, especially if you want to become a full YouTuber like myself. So that's why I have courses, ebooks, coaching, as well as the ad revenue and also channel membership. So if you want to become a channel member and support my channel and getting tips and tricks and live streams that are only for channel members, then you can hit the join button below my video and become a channel member. Here are some alternatives. The first one is how YouTube Shorts earns money. Then watch this video on how you can even monetize YouTube Shorts. The second video is how you can even make more money from YouTube ad revenue.